I was a very introverted kid when I came to Canada. Very introverted. I couldn't speak a word of English. I was addicted to video games and porns to escape from reality. Grade 8 was the first year that I came to Canada. And for the first 2 years, every single day, I played video games for hours and bust my nut. Like every single day. That was all my memories in those 2 years. Going to school was a torture. Facing the students with different colors and different languages were making me so anxiety. And I remember that many times in the lunchtime, I would rather just pretending to poop in the washroom, locking myself into that small space to avoid sitting alone in the middle of the hallway. And I never thought that any woman should even look at me once, like I was invisible from the people. Playing games, watching porn, that was all my memories in junior high. When I was in high school, things got worse. My mother was living with me in Canada and my father was working in China. Because my father was not around, my mother projected all her insecurity onto me, so she showed a perverted desire to control my life. My 3 years of high school life was under her interference. I had no experience of independent thinking, socializing, and taking my responsibility as a man. I was raised like a woman, so I became a childish pussy. I did not like this morbid way of living, and not only once I thought to suicide to end this suffer, but somehow I made it through. Due to my lack of masculinity, not a single girl in the school was willing to talk to me, so I don't believe that I deserve any love from women. Then I got more addictive on video games and softcore pornography like K-pop, VTuber and so on. And I have sat alone in a small learning room watching videos every time I eat my lunch for 3 years. For 3 years in my high school, I didn't talk to any people. At the end, I became a skinny, introverted and invisible nerd. When I went to university, I started to seek women's attention. I started to be aware of my dress, my body language, my looks, and fashion, because I thought that all I need to do to attract girls was to make myself look good. So I started to pretend to be someone else. I went to H&M every 2 weeks to buy some cheap clothes. I went to the Dollarama to buy some cheap accessories. And I pretended to be a rapper, a K-pop star, a person that had nothing relevant to my own personality. And I didn't feel any better through all these things. And then I started to know the pick-up techniques and started to practice cold approach in my second year. The first time I said hi to a girl, I stammered for nearly 10 seconds. I finally said one sentence. She did give me her number, but that was the end. Nothing happened. However, I didn't stop there. Eventually, I met a girl in my design class, and she became my girlfriend. During the first 3 months, I felt so good, like drugs. I lost myself into this illusion. The illusion of being successful and being loved unconditionally by someone else. I stopped working out and all my habits. She became my entire world. Until one day, she texted me that she wanted to break up. At first, I couldn't believe what I saw. Then I feel like my mind was collapsing. I slept in my friend's apartment at the night when she broke up with me because I cannot take it on my own. And I kept asking myself, what did I do wrong? After that, I had been depressed for weeks until I found the red pill theory. It woke me up completely. And then what came next was the devastation. The devastation of powerlessness of changing my current situation. I wasted years using the wrong way pursuing my goal, and I got nothing in the end. Then I just kept learning pickups, and in my 3rd year summer term, I went back to China and practiced cold approach for 2 months. 2 entire months I tried my best to practice my technique, not only to justify my theories of pickups and dating, but also to find out the answer that I was seeking for all the time. How can I find love? After over 400 times of practicing, From walking around the city like a homeless person, taking scornful looks from strangers, to becoming more and more familiar with the techniques and starting to have more and more datings. I eventually realized the fact about sexual market. Value. Looks, money, and status. Value decides everything, and the only way to improve our value is through days and days of hard work. Pickups and dating techniques were just a tool, but what really decides my value was still the hardest work that I do every day. Working out, learning things, and so on. There's no shortcut in my life. I went for a very big loop in my journey. Now I'm back to the original point again. But this time, I had a peaceful mind and a clear vision. This is my 4th year of university. I started to fully concentrate on improving myself. I slowly developed my physique, leveling up my skill of design and communication. Then I started to realize my actual value, the value that was created by my hard work. That gave me the real confidence. I have learned a lot this year, and I am talking to you right now. Do I still hate women? Yes. Do I still love women? Yes. Our position in society determines how people will treat us with respect or not. I had taken a lot of things in my experience, and I saw the evil side of women, but I still have the enthusiasm of improving myself and moving forward, because I know that I will eventually get everything that I desire by my hard work. And I want to tell you that you also deserve everything that you had dreamed of, because we are born in this world. So, starting to take actions, small actions, improving yourself, because it is the only path that we will go through to reach our goals. The night will be long and devastating, but shall it never stop us from reaching the light.